past president of the Wabash Optimist Club, past president of the Fort Wayne Region Napa Business Development Group, present member of the Wabash County Chamber of Commerce, 2011 Napa ASE Technician of the Year, and now the 2015 Wabash County Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year, Kirtlan Automotive. When you pick your repair shop, you want complete car care for your vehicle. You want professionally trained technicians. You want a job well done. You want a clean and comfortable waiting room. And you want a fair price. And that's what you get at Kirtlan Automotive. Since 1993, locally owned and operated, Kirtlan Automotive has been taking care of customers' cars, trucks, and vans, keeping them up and running.
1992, I got to thinking about, opening up my own business. I'd been working for some other shops as a service technician and also as a service manager, and shared those plans and ideas with my wife, my parents. I'm not sure whether my wife thought I was crazy or not, but she decided to support me in this venture, and went through some planning, spent some time praying about it, and then on April Fool's Day in 1993 we opened the shop. So from that time where we started with just two of us, not knowing for sure where we were going or where we were going to end up, we've came a long way in that 23 years. It's always been important for me from the time that we opened that we could be kind of a one-stop shop for our customers, not to put them in a situation where they had to run all over town to get their various services done, but to where they could come here and rely on us for everything that they needed. From an oil change to new tires and a wheel alignment to the more complicated, computerized diagnostic services and electrical work, major engine and transmission work. We take pride in that we do all that right here in-house, and we've got an excellent staff that's well trained that can take care of all those needs.
Gone are the days of quick repairs under the shade tree. Now, most vehicles have multiple onboard computers, monitoring over 50 sensors and modules. They also feature push-button starting, airbag and tire pressure monitors, and climate control computers that all need specialized computer diagnostic equipment to fully determine the problem. Not only do they have the factory scan tools, Kirtlan Automotive also has the trained staff to decipher the information and to get your car repaired right.
I have been going to Kirtlan Automotive for my personal cars for over 10 years. I have never once had a problem with Kirtlan Automotive. They've been more than friendly and more than helpful in making sure my car runs well. One thing I love about Kirtlan Automotive is approximately 10 years ago I started teaching driver's ed at Wabash High School. I called Steve and I said, "Steve, could you come down to the school and just talk to the kids about auto maintenance?" That's something I think that young drivers just forget about and don't think about is auto maintenance. Steve didn't hesitate at all. He said, "Sure, I'd love to." Since then, Steve has been coming down to driver's ed at Wabash High School and teaching our young students the value of having their cars maintained and what to do in emergency situations.
Kirtlan Automotive is the place for vehicle maintenance too, providing a full array of services including tire balancing and alignments, brake jobs, suspension parts like ball joints, shocks, struts, and control arms, and name brand tires like Mastercraft, Hankook, Goodyear, and Michelin. And of course, full service oil changes complete with a multi-point inspection. They also perform coolant system flushes and transmission services, all to help you ensure plenty of miles out of your car. Kirtlan Automotive also provides fleet discounts for larger customers, providing a maintenance schedule and service recommendations for each vehicle.
We have 5 ambulances at the fire department that we need to keep on the road at all times for emergency services for the community, and Kirtlan Automotive has always been very good about getting us in, getting our maintenance done on trucks, and also if we have a problem with a truck, they get us in right away and get us back on the road as quickly as possible. So it's a very good service. It's a hometown service.
We have 16 vehicles, from a half-ton pickup to 2.5-ton trucks. We take them to Steve for maintenance work, service work. He's very efficient, cost effective. It's very important to keep our trucks moving because we don't have any extras, and he does a good job of that. I'm so happy with Steve's work that I brought my family vehicle down here to have him work on it.
My daughter Melissa and I were planning to drive out to Colorado, and we had one of our SUVs completely packed all the way, also with 2 dogs and 2 dog beds, and I was getting ready to pull out of the garage to go pick her up from school and to head out west, and I put the key in the ignition and nothing. So within probably 15 minutes, he had somebody up there towing the car. They put a brand new battery in, and probably within about an hour after that phone call, I was on my way to Oak Hill to pick up my daughter and to continue our trip to Colorado. So again, I can't thank them enough for that type of service.
We always try to do whatever we can to help our customers. There's this one time here a while back where a customer of ours got a hold of me. In fact, it was Mike Beecham. Got a hold of me, and he'd run into a nice young couple that was traveling through Wabash, had their little teardrop camper on behind their little pickup truck, and they were having some issues with the truck running. So Mike called me late on a Friday afternoon wanting to know if there's anything that we could do to help these guys out. And so we got the truck and the camper down here in the shop and checked it out, got the parts ordered that they needed. And I came in on Saturday morning then and fixed their truck and got them going. And we ran a cord out to their camper, and they, slept out in the parking lot. And the next day they were able to head back to Virginia, where they were from. It's never fun to be stranded on the road when you're traveling, and we try to help those kind of people out every chance we get. In addition to, doing what we can for those who live here locally, we try to take real good care of our customers here also.
Each technician is trained on basic car repairs as well as in electrical systems, air conditioning, passenger restraint, and computer diagnostics. You get a top-level technician with every service visit, an ASC Blue Seal Certificate Award winner, and an ongoing training program. Kirtlan Automotive technicians have the know-how to repair your car right.
This control arm right here, as you can see, is very, very bent compared to the lower one. They are both supposed to be the same. And so it came in, bent that, and this is bent. It's all cast. So this has to be replaced. And being an old vehicle, it's just everything is frozen together. So a little bit of elbow grease and a lot of determination to get it out.
Putting the wheel back up to the truck after doing the brake job. Torquing it down.
I just put a new axle shaft in this Jeep because the old one had a torn boot and it was throwing a bunch of grease everywhere.
I feel like over the years we've put together a great staff here. We have one technician, Kelly Harner, who's been here over 20 years, and the rest of them have all been here 8, 9, 6 years, and they've poured their heart into my business, and I appreciate that very much. They treat my customers' cars like they're their cars. They don't mind going the extra mile to make sure we're doing a good job for our customers. And their dedication to my business has been extraordinary, and I'm very fortunate to have the staff that we have. At the counter, we have Roderick Schramm and Andrea, my daughter, taking care of the customers' needs when they walk in the door, making the appointments, tracking down parts for them, and calling them when their car's ready, doing the invoicing, and just making sure their needs are met there. And I could not ask for a better group of people to work with every day.
Since beginning his business, Steve Kirtlan has dedicated his time in making Kirtlan Automotive as good as it can be. He has strived to have the best equipment, the best employees, and to be an integral part of the community.
We have truly been blessed to be part of such a great community. The community here of Wabash has supported our business from the time we opened the doors. And not only that, it goes beyond that with the way this community gets behind the various charitable organizations. Not too many places you can go and just see a small community like ours where everybody pulls together for the good of the cause. In return for that, we've tried to be a part of that by sponsoring some sports teams, helping with local fundraising events, supporting some of the nonprofit organizations in the community. And last year we decided to take part in what we called our Holiday Give Back program, where we took nominations, and those nominations we narrowed it down to 2 people and gave those 2 people $1,000 worth of auto repairs just to kind of help them get back on their feet. Our friends at Napa were a big part of that. They helped out by supplying the parts for that. We took care of the labor, and we were able to help 2 families that needed it at Christmas time last year. This year we're looking forward to doing that again. We'll start taking nominations late November, and we'll look to meet the needs of a couple needy families here in town again this year. My family all along has been very supportive. My wife, from the time that we started, was 100% behind me, although she wasn't sure she should trust me at times. She always supported the decisions that I made. My children, as they've grown up, have been very supportive. In fact, 2 of them work with us in the business now. Andrea works at the counter. Eric is one of our ASE certified master technicians, and they've kind of grown up in the business and have chosen to be a part of that, and we see that as something very special. My parents also have been very supportive. From the time that we started, I leaned on my father for a lot of advice when I first opened the business, and he poured his heart into the business too initially, and still helps us in the office, and they've been fantastic, and I'd just like to take this time to thank them.
Dedicated in keeping honesty and integrity in the auto repair business, Kirtlan Automotive is your one-stop auto repair shop.
On April Fool's Day in 1993, we opened the shop, and for us, we kind of laughed about it like it was an April Fool's joke. But here we are, almost 23 years later, and we're still in business. So the April Fool's thing may not have had much significance.